Okay, so till now what we have seen some operators, we have seen some operations plus minus this that, and we have even seen yesterday about the conditional statements if else, isn't it? So today what we'll be doing is we'll not try to learn anything new. Whatever we know till now, are we able to do something out of that or not? Okay, so for that what I've so for that, the only thing that will help us to know whether we have understood or not, that is the practice. Okay, so what I have selected is I have selected some of our JavaScript assignments. Okay, these are all JavaScript assignments, but same problem solving can be done using Python as well, isn't it? So I'll go with that. So before that, we need to be clear with operators, conditions, data types, and if else. Okay, so let me first see something like where were we? Let me go to our folder and then no, not this folder. This was our folder. Yes. So let us see the operators once, because other things are all okay. Maybe we are not familiar with all operators. So operators dot py. Okay. So what do I do here? Okay. Is my screen visible now? Hello. Okay, fine. So what I was saying is we need to know little bit more about operator. What kind of operators we have seen? We have seen only the plus minus and also less than we have seen, right? So if I write here print of 1 plus 2 and when I write py operators dot py, I'm able to get 3. The same way, if I write 1 less than 2, what should I get? 1 less than 2 is true. It is a Boolean expression. So I get here true. Okay. But we have seen till now only these kind of operators. But let us see more of this kind of things. Plus minus, we are already familiar. We have seen plus minus multiplication division. Then we have seen what is it? Floor division, lot of division things we have seen. Okay. Then what about this thing? So print 1 less than or equal to 2. What is the meaning? Is 1 less than or equal to 2. It is also true, isn't it? So if I run this, I'll get true. If I write here 2 less than 2, what should I get? False. 2 less than 2 is totally false. But if I write here 2 less than or equal to 2, it will be true. Okay. These are all conditional operators. Okay. Uh, these are all actually comparison operators. Okay. Now what else is there? So in the same way, we have what we have is we have greater than or equal to 2. Okay, this will give us true. If I write only greater than, I get false because 2 is not greater than 2. Okay, then what about equal? I have a 2, I have another 2. I don't want to check all this less than, greater than, or not all those things. I want to check whether two numbers are exactly equal or not. I go with, I put 2 equal to. If I put 1 equal to, it will be assignment operator. We are trying to put something. So that will not give us the result what we want. So 3 double equal to 3. This is known as equality. Okay. When we do this equality comparison, what do we get? I get true. If I write here 3 equal to 6, what do I get? Sorry. 3 equal to 6. What do I get? False. Okay. And will this work? 3 equal to, this is a number, this is a string. Should this work? No, it is not equal. Okay, fine. So these kind of things are there. Okay, let me not remove that. Let me have another one. Okay. So this is one variety, this is one variety. Okay. Then what else we have? Then mhm, last statement, you want to see the output. Sorry. Ah, last statement will give us false. This one will give us true. Okay. Then what is there? Then we need something else. So these are mostly about comparison. Okay, less than, greater than, this, that. Okay. Then we should also have something like not equal to. How do I write not equal to? 3, is this operator supported? Not equal to 3. False. True. Okay. This is known as not equal to. Is 3 not equal to 4? Yes, 3 is not equal to 4. That's why I am getting true. And I write here 3 not equal to 3, I will get it false. Because 3 is, if I 3 is equal to 3. 3 is not equal to 3. Like that. Okay. Then, so these are all, mostly these are the comparison operators we'll be using in our assignments. And we need arithmetic operator, that is 100% sure, plus, minus. So I'll write a comment here. Like, how do I write a comment? Using hash. So plus, then minus, then multiplication, then division. Again, this division will give us float division. When I do division using this, I'll get the answer in float. Okay. Then if I don't want the decimal part, I go for double slash. Okay, that is known as floor division. Then we have the percent. What is this percent? Modulus. It will give us the remainder when I divide a number with another number. Because these things were already discussed, I am not discussing again. Okay. Then we have seen also this double star. What this was doing? This was giving us the power or exponent. Okay. So these are all arithmetic operators. We have already seen all these things. Arithmetic operators. Okay, fine. Now we are mostly into these comparison operators. Now let us see something more is there. There is known as logical operator. Okay, let us see. It is written something like this. Print. So there are some logics that is known as AND logic and OR logic. Okay, what happens in AND logic and OR logic? Let us see. Okay, so just see here. AND logic, electronics, truth table. A simple one. Okay, they are showing us too much complex things. Let me show you. So what happens here? First, let us go to AND logic. What happens here? In this AND logic, we try to check whether the values that we are passing both are true or not. Sorry, not both. It may be 3, it may be 4, it may be 10 values also. Okay, I may use the AND logic. If I use the AND logic on n number of values, I want to check whether all the values are true or not. Okay, let's say I write 23, or else let me write something true and false. Okay, two values are there, true and false. Are both the values true? No, one of them is false. So this will give us false. Okay. Then if I go with true and true, what will happen? I am asking whether both all the values are true or not. What is happening here? It will give us true because both are true. Then what are the other possibilities? False and true. What it will give us? False because one of them is false. Okay. Then false and false. This will also give us false because both are, none of them are. So my question is if whether both are true or not, isn't it? So both are false. So I'll get a false in the output. This is how the AND logic works. Ah, okay. But what it is called, these kind of logics are there in electronics and all. Okay, they are dealing with ones and zeros. So 1 and 0 is giving us 0. Okay, then 1 and 1 is giving us 1. 0 and 1 is giving us 0. And 0 and 0 is giving us 0. Isn't it? The only question is, there is only one question in the AND logic. All of them are true or not. Okay. In electronics, this 1 is treated as true, 0 is treated as false. But here what we have is, in coding, anything except 0 is true. Okay. Anything except 0 is true. So if I write here 23 and 0, what I should get? 0, isn't it? So that kind of things we have to remember. Minus 45 and 0 will give us 0 because minus 45 is also treated as true. That is a truthy value. Okay. Okay. So this is what happens in electronics and this is what happens in coding. So in coding, this logic will behave little bit in a different manner. Let us see what happens. Okay. Now, so there are a lot of variations in JavaScript regarding this AND logic, but let us see what Python supports. Okay. Okay. So let us first try to print something. So print true and false. See, this AND is coming in pink color. Okay. It shows that it is a logical operator. Okay. Now let us print this value. I'm getting false. Then true and true should give us true. Fine. So these are all working fine. Let us go with ones and zeros. Print 1 and 0. I'll get to numbers first. So 1 and 0. Then 1 and 1, 1. Now, now when I go to numbers, it will become little bit different. When I go to separate numbers, let me write a print 12 and 34. Are both of them true? Yes. So what I should get? What I will get, you know? Oh, sorry, I didn't save this. Okay. Now see what will happen. What did I get? 34. Okay, why did I get that? That is the question. So here, lot of things are there. Let me explain you. So in coding, this and one more operator or behaves in a different way. What they do is the basic checking. When I want to check whether both of them are true or not, what this Python or JavaScript or any language, what they try to do is, when I ask, are both of these true? What it is checking? First, it is checking the first number. Okay, first it is checking the first number, or not even first number, first value. Is the first value true? Yes. Only then it will go to check the second value. Okay, if the first value is false, let's say if I write here 0, it will not even check the second value. It will not go there, because if first value is false means what? The original question was, are both of them true? First value false means what? Directly false, na? No need to check. Already one of them is false. Then how can you say both are true? Isn't it? So at that point only, the system will stop and give you this value. What is this value? 0. It may not be 0. It may be some other falsy value also. So when I do this, what do I get? I get 0. Instead of 0, if I write false, what is happening? Is the first value true? No. So if the first value is falsy value, it will give us the first value always. Okay. So what is the first value here? Second value? 34. Don't say true. There is the problem. So first value is false, second value is 34. So when the Python interpreter gets to know that first value is a falsy value, it will directly give us the first value. It will not even check the second value. So what do I get here? Sorry. What do I get here? False. Now see. If the first value is a truthy value, if the first value is a truthy value, what Python will do? It will, then also it will not check the second value. What it will do? It will directly give the second value. Why? You know? Ha. So let me explain you that problem. What will happen now? When the first value is true, the value, if the second value is true means what? Both are true. If the second value is false means what? And ultimate answer is false. So that's why it will give the second value. When the first value is true and second value is also true, that means both are true. Okay. But the checking goes step by step, right? First value is true. Okay. Then it goes to second value and directly returns that value. Okay, that is true. Then give that value. Okay, second value is false. Give that value. Okay. So now see here, when I write true and 34, I get 34, not true. I write here 99. I don't get true. I get 99. I write here 0. Is this so it will, I'm not saying Python will check the second value. It will directly give the second value if the first value is true. If the first value is true, we will always get the second value. If the first value is false, we'll always get the first value. Okay. So now this AND logic, let us try to uh, see with different possibilities. Okay. Let me write some statements. Okay. Let me write true and false. So these are we have already seen. Let us check with numbers. 23 and 45. Okay. Then I have 0 and 45. Then I have 0 and 0. Then I have, sorry, 23 and 0. Then I have 23 and true. Then I have false and 45. Then I have 0 and true. Then I have false and 0. Did I use false and 0 earlier? No. Okay. False and 0. Okay, fine. These are the possibilities I want to check. So what will happen? 23 and 45. Is the first value true the value? Yes, it will directly give the second value. That's why I will get here 45. Okay, here is the first value true or falsy? Falsy value. It will directly give the first value. What is the first value? 0. I'll get the 0. Here is the first value true? No. So directly I'll get the first value, not the second value. Okay. So it will give me 0. Then here is the first value true value? Yes, it will directly give us the second value. What is the second value? 0. So we should not say that AND operator or operator will give us true or false in the output. No, it will not give us true false. It will give the respective value after checking. If the first value is true, it will give the second value, not true false. If the first value is false, it will give the first value, not false. Okay. Now here, what is happening? Is the first value true? Yes, directly it will give the second value. Second value is true. So only in this situation I can say that it will give us true. But actually what is true? True is actually the second value. So here also we should say that it is giving us second value. Here, is the first value true? No, false. So I'll get the first value. What is first value? False. So this checking is a chaining actually. Okay. First value when I get true, it is directly giving the second value. Okay. So if the second value is true, answer will be true. Second value is false, answer will be false. Okay. Now here is the first value true? No. That means I'll get the first value false means we'll get the first value. So I'll get 0. Here is the first value true? False. Then what I will get? First value. What is the first value? False. Now let us check. Let me comment the remaining lines and check whether we are getting the correct output or not. Okay. So what did I get? First value 45 as we planned, that's exact we got. Then we got right, we had written 0, I got 0, then we got 0 0 true false 0 false, exactly what we thought we got. Okay, so this is how you have to think about AND operators. Okay, you will not think in terms of true and false, you have to think in terms of the values. Okay, serial where it is. Okay, so this is how the AND operator works. Okay, then we go to the next operator that is known as OR operator. Okay, okay, fine. So what this OR will do? This OR operator will check whether any one of them is true value or not. Okay, so can I try this the same thing with OR? First, I will not run the code. Okay, I will explain what is happening. Okay, so this OR operator, what it will do? It will check any one of them is true or false. So forget about Python, because in Python we have seen that it is behaving in a different way. Okay, in before learning Python, how we were thinking? We were thinking only in terms of true and false, right? Okay, let us think in that terms only for the time being. Then we'll come to Python. Okay, so I'm asking, is any one of them true? Is any one of them true? Yes, yes, definitely yes. Is any one of them true here? Yes, we have the second value, isn't it? Is any one of them true here? No. Is any one of them true here? Yes. Is any one of them true here? 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 No. Right? We are clear with the OR operator. Like that logic, we are clear. Now we have to see how it behaves in Python. Okay. So let me change these things to OR. In other languages, what happens is we have some operators like symbols are there for AND and OR. Okay, but Python is so advanced and sophisticated that we directly have letters. They directly write AND OR. Okay, in other languages we have these kind of operators. This is known as AND logic. This is known as OR logic. Okay, in other languages, but in Python it is totally different. To make the user more easy to understand, they have done like this. Okay, so let me replace all these OR and to OR, and then let us see what will happen. Let us now think. First, let us understand how this OR will work in Python. Logic wise, how it will work, we have seen. Okay. Now let us see here. So what will happen here? So these are the old values, right? In comments, we'll now write the new values. Okay. 23 or 45. My question was, is any of them true? Yes, true. But Python will act differently. Okay. Here also we have seen that. Are both of them true? Yes, true. But answer was 45. Answer was not true, isn't it? So here also it is different. So here what it will do, if first value is truthy value, it will give the first value. In AND, what was happening? If first value was truthy value, it was giving second value. Here, if the first value is truthy value, it will give the first value only. It will not check the second value. It doesn't care. Second value, if it is false, then also one of them is true, na? If the second value is true, then also one of them is true, na? Which one? First one is true? Okay, take it. So I will get here 23. Now here, if the first value is falsy value, it will directly give the second value. Exactly reverse of what AND is doing. If the first value is falsy value, it will directly give the second value. Why? Because if the second value is true, truthy value, that means one of them is true, na? Which one is true? Second one. It gives that value. If the second value is false, then none of them are true, na? So I want false. So at the last, which one it checked? Second value only, na? So second value I'll get. So if the first value is a falsy value, I will always get the second value. What is the second value? 45. Okay. Here, again, if the first value is falsy value, it will give the second value. What is the second value? 0. So here, actually, we are not getting first value. This output is actually this 0. Okay, because to understand that, I have given this example. The second value I am getting. Okay, here is the first value truthy? Yes. So directly I will get the first value, not the second value. Is the first value truthy? Here? Yes, I'll directly get the first value. Okay. Is the first value true here? No. Then I'll get second value. Second value is 45. Is the first value true? Truthy? No. Then I will get directly the second value. What is the second value? True. Here, is the first value truthy value? No. I'll get the second value. Let us now check the output, whatever we have taught. So let me comment this and run the code here. Okay. So what did we get? Are we getting what we expected? 23, 45, 0, 23, 23, 45, true, 0. Exactly what we thought. So this is how AND and OR logic differs in Python and other programming languages from what is taught or what is given in electronics or any logic theory. Okay. The logic is same, but the output or the giving the what it is known as returning. The returning the value, that procedure is different. Okay, that thing is different. Okay, so this is how these things will work. Okay. So this is the AND logic and OR logic, and these are very, very important. Okay. So what we have seen till now, first we saw arithmetic operators, then we saw this comparison operators, then we saw AND and OR logic. Okay. Okay. So I think this is enough for completing our assignments. Okay. If any question comes with some other kind of thing, we will learn that topic. Okay. No need to worry. Okay. So let us start with these examples. So write a program to check a number is divisible by 7 or not. So what do we do for that? How do you know a number is divisible by 7 or not? How do you know? Is 15 divisible by 7? No. How do you know that? How do you think about it? mathematically, okay, I can divide 15 by 7, no problem. 7 to the 14 and remainder 1 will be there. Then, how can you say that a number is divisible by 7 or not? We have to think about the remainder. If the remainder is 0, that means that number is divisible by the asked number. If the remainder is not 0, that means it is not divisible by that given number. Okay. Okay. So how do I do? So let me go to one new file right here. If else practice. Okay. Huh. So how do I check that? When I write 15, I have the modulus operator to get the remainder 15 divided by 7. If I print this, what do I get? What is the question? The question asked here, not in the assignment. Forget about assignment. What is happening here? I am trying to print 15 modulus 7. That means when I divide 15 by 7, what is the remainder I get? 1. So when I divide 16 by 7, 2, right? Okay. So this is what I should get, right? Let me check now. Am I getting the correct output or not? So what is the file name? If else hyphen prac, oh, sorry, py, if else hyphen prac dot py. Okay. So I got 1. I didn't save the file. Okay. That was old 15 log. 2. If I write here 17, I should get 3. Right? It will go up to 3, 4, 5, 6. After that again 0. When I write 20, sorry. When I write here 20, what do I get? I get 6. After 6, again I will get, because 21 is totally divisible by 7. So I get 0. Okay. So this will keep on cycling like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0. Right? This is the basic maths. We know. Okay. So this logic I have to use. Now I have seen the output. Okay. But Python will not see the output and tell you. We have to check and tell Python that check whether the remainder is 0 or not. Okay. So we have to compare the value of this expression with the 0. So for comparing, what kind of operator we want? We want comparison operator. Okay. So to compare, we have already seen just now some operators for comparison. We were having which operator we need. Do I need to compare this is less than 0? Do I need to check that? Greater than 0? What do I check? Equal to 0. So this operator I need. Okay. So I have to do 21 modulus 7 double equal to 0. If I do this, it will tell us the remainder is equal to 0 or not. Because this is giving us remainder and this is the 0. I'm comparing the remainder with 0. So when I do this, what kind of output do I get? I'm getting true. When I write here 15, sorry, 25. 25 modulus 7 means what is the remainder when I divide 25 by 7? 4. Is 4 double equal to 0? Is 4 equal to 0? No. So I should get in the output what? False. Okay. This is known as a condition that will be used. So this is not a condition. This is an expression. This is a Boolean expression, which I will be using as a condition in the if else thing. Okay. So now the question is, why do I need an if else? Because here in the question, it is asked that write a program to check a number is divisible by 7 or not. So what I have to do? If it is divisible by 7, I will say yes, it is divisible. Or else, if it is not divisible by 7, I have to say no, it is not divisible by 7. So there are two things, two situations, two conditions, two possibilities. So whenever we have different kinds of possibilities, we have to go with if else. Okay, these are known as conditional statements. Okay. And what is the condition we have to use? This is the condition. Okay. Okay, fine. Let us see. What do I do? If, let us take a number. Give me a number. Okay. 25 modulus 7 equal to 0. What is the meaning of this line? If 25 modulus 7 equal to 0, that means the remainder, when we divide 25 by 7, whatever remainder we are getting, is it equal to 0 or not? That I want to check. If it is true, in if what do I pass? We always pass whatever we pass, it will try to convert that into Boolean value, true or false. Okay. We have already seen if I write here 23, it will be taken as true, isn't it? It will always be true. So when I write this, this will be first converted to Boolean value. Is 25 modulus 7 equal to 0? No. Okay. Okay. So if it is no, then we need the else condition as well. Okay. Here we have to write the else part. Okay. First, let us go with the if part. When it is, the condition is true. What do I print? Print in a string, it is divisible by 7. Else it is not divisible by 7. Correct? Okay. Let us see what output I should get. Which one? First one or second one? Second one. It is not divisible by 7. The moment I write here 28, what do I get? It is divisible by 7. So this is how we have to combine our whole knowledge what we have learned till now. We have learned about variables, data type, Boolean value, equality, modulus operator, conditional checking, if else, all we have to combine together and do these assignments. Okay, so these assignments will be possible only if you have learned completely what we have learned till now. Okay. Okay, then now the next question is, write a program to check a number is a factor of 84 or not. What is the meaning of factor? Or shall we do something more with this question? I think we can do something more. So when I write here a given number is divisible by 7 or not. So if I want to change this number, I have to again change this to some other number. Then I will run it, right? It is a long process. Every time I change the number and then I do it. Why not we take the value from the user, isn't it? We can take it from the user. So for that, what we learned earlier, we learned that there is an input method is there. So let me take a variable num is equal to input of, so here I'll write the message, enter a number. Okay, but this will give us as a string, so I have to convert it to number, integer. So I write here int of this whole thing. Okay, when I do this, I put a number that will be converted, that will be taken as a string, then it will be converted to number, that is int, integer, then it will assign it to this num variable, and num variable will have that value, that number value, isn't it? So that number I have to check, that number I have to check whether that is divisible by 7 or not. Okay, so let us see. Now let me expand this. Okay, so when I press enter, it is asking enter a number. I put here 32 and I press enter, it is not divisible by 7. I run this again, I put 14, I press enter, it is divisible by 7. Again I press enter, I put 99, I press enter, it is not divisible by 7. Okay, This way. I put 700. It is divisible by 7. Okay. This is how we have to take the user input and do the calculations. Okay. Let us go to the second value. Write a program to check a number is a factor of 84 or not. What is the meaning of that? Factor means again the same thing actually. The same question is asked in a different way. But here the thing is reverse. Earlier it was the number was given by user. Okay, number was given by user, and we were deciding or checking whether 7 is able to divide that or not. Now what is happening? We will have 7 and I am asking it is a factor of 84 or not. Okay, so a number is a factor of 84 means is 2 a factor of 84? Is 2 a factor of 84? Yes, because 2 can divide 84, isn't it? Even 3 is also a factor, right? Okay, so these are the things. So let me write the code for that. What do I write? Again, I'll have the num, enter a number, that is fine. Num will have the number. Let's say I give 4. Now I am asking 4 is a factor of 84 or not. Okay. So this is the logic we have to use. So I have to check. Very good. So we have to check whether that number is able to divide 84 or not. That's it. So I write here if num modulus, sorry, 84 modulus num. Isn't it? We are dividing 84. We are asked, question is asked, number is a factor of 84. So 84 num, 84 modulus num equal to 0. Then print. So every time we are writing it is a factor, it is a factor. Let us not write it is a factor. It means what? That given number. Can we print that given number directly here? Yes, we can say that if I enter 4, I want to say 4 is a factor of 84, not it is a factor of 84. Okay, so for that we need that f strings we discussed earlier. So what do? I write here f, and then instead of it, what did I put? Curly brace, is it? Yes. In the curly brace, I write num space is a factor of 84. Then else, what do I write? Print f strings num is not a factor of 84. Am I correct? Okay, fine. So what will be done here? So let us now check this, whether it is working or not. Enter a number. When I pass 2, I'm getting 2 is a factor of 84. So 2 is Python is able to accept this 2 as num here because of this f string. Okay, 2 is a factor of 84. Okay, let me pass something else. 5. 5 is not a factor of 84. 23. 23 is not a factor of 84. 42. 42. 42 is a factor of 84. Right? Everything is going fine. So what kind of numbers can be a factor of 84? Okay, not like even numbers. Lot of numbers will be there. Even odd numbers are there. 3 is a factor of 84. Is it not? Yes, 3 is also a factor. Okay. But what will be the range? I cannot write 0, right? Is 0 a factor of 84? No. Because 0 cannot divide anything. See, we are getting error. 0 division error. Integer modulo by 0. Okay. So the number cannot be 0. It will start from 1. 1 may be a factor of 84. Yes, it is a factor of 84. Okay, it will start from 1, then it will go up to how much? What can be a factor? Is 100 a factor of 84? I will not divide 84 by 100. So the limit is 1 to 84. The limit will be 1 to 84. So let us check whether 84 is a factor of 84 or not. Yes, 84 is a factor of 84. Why? Because 84 into 1 is 84, isn't it? So the number or the factor range will be from 1 to that given number. So my program should be so precise that if I pass a number which is less than 84, I should get the output. If it is greater than 84, I should not get the output, because even if I put here, let's say, if I run this for 100, it will not give me any error. What actually it will happen? What will happen actually here? I will try to divide 84 by 100, and I get a remainder as 84. 100 into 0, 0. Remainder is 84. That's why it is not an invalid division. It is a valid division. And that 84, whatever remainder we got, it will be compared with 0. Okay, it is 84 equal to 0? No. That's why it will print it is not a factor of 84. Okay, let us see now. When I press enter on 100, I'm getting 100 is not a factor of 84. But what I should stop? I should stop this behavior. The user should not input any value which is greater than 100. If he is giving some value greater than 84, I should tell the user that this is invalid input. Okay, so that is what the next question tells us. Okay, so what is the next question? Here this, by mistake, this 4 number has come. Okay, it is a continuous question. Write a program to check a number is a factor of 96 or not. And if the given number is more than 96, program should say not a valid input. Okay, okay, so what we should do, we should not do this calculation and then check the number is greater than 84 or not, or 96 or not. I should not do that. In the beginning only you check first, is the number less than 96 or not? Yes, it is less. Only then do this part, do this checking. Okay, so let me change it. So number is 96 now, right? Okay, let me write here 96, and this part will be totally fine. So 96, 96. This code is totally fine because we are asking for this part. Write a program to check a number factor of 96 or not. Okay, but this additional part we have to write separately. What do? I put another if condition here. Initially, in the starting itself, I will check the number is greater than 96 or not. Okay, so if, what is the number? Where is it stored? In which variable? 96 is okay. Where is the number? What I entered? Num. So if num, because I need to check whether what the answer, user entered, isn't it? If the num is greater than 96, what I need to say? If the number is greater than 96, the program should say not a valid input. So I'll write print not a valid input. Okay, lot of people, what they do is after checking then they go for this if condition. That should not happen. Why to run this whole code when the number is greater than 96? I should not check. Initially we have to stop it there itself. Okay, so initially I will do this. Then if the number is greater than 96, it will print this. If the number is not greater than 96, that part who will do? The else part will do. So we need an else part here. Else, inside this else, we will do this checking. Okay, so I have to press a tab here. Otherwise, it is not a valid line. Okay. Else, if 96 modulus num equal to 0, then it will do this and it will do the remaining part. Okay. Yesterday we saw something like elif. Do you remember? Yes, that is a very good thing, but it will reduce the readability. What do you mean by readability? This code is clean and clear. Okay, this code is clean and clear and very easily understandable because of indentation and all those things. Okay, we can say that okay, this whole thing is inside the else part. But when I write elif, that comes here. Again elif, I wrote two elif yesterday. Do you remember? 2 digit, 3 digit. Okay, so that thing is not very good. So you should use it according to your situation. If you have a small conditional checking, then you can go for elif, no problem. But you are having, when you are having complex condition checking, we should not go with that elif. Okay, it will reduce the readability. That means if you write that code, other people or you yourself may not understand it some other day. Okay, okay. So these are just syntactical sugar. They are known as syntactical sugar. It just feels good by writing that kind of syntax. But this is how actually happens. Even if I write elif, the same thing will happen internally in Python. Okay, no change. Okay, now see, now let us check whether our code is working on. So run this, enter a number, it is asking. So first let me put 1. What happened? First it went to this part. What is num? What value I gave? 1. Is num 1 greater than 96? No. So it is going to the else part and doing this checking. When I put 86, sorry, 96, is 96 greater than 96? No. Then also it is going there. But the moment I write here 97, it will not go to this else part. It will stop the execution here itself. The number is greater than 96 means it will stop there itself, not a valid input. And it will not go to the else part. Okay, fine. This way. But what about these things? So here you don't need to write a condition for 0. If you write it for 0, what will happen? So if I put 0, I directly get an error. And the moment I get an error, it stops the execution. Okay. So that will automatically, it will. So for that, what I need to do? If you don't want the code to go to an error, what you can do is you should not check all these things. That means you should not bring the thing to this part. Here itself, again, if num is, if I'll write another one. If num is greater than 96, then that number is definitely not 0. Am I correct? If the number is greater than 96, that means it is definitely not 0. So that condition, that whatever I entered, is it equal to 0 or not? That thing, if I check here, after this line, it has no meaning. Are you getting it? I have already checked number is greater than 96 or not. Then why should I check it here? So what I do is, so you have to write the code logically also. You can write it there, no problem. But that is not logical. So what do I do? If num equal to 0, then if num equal to 0, print divisor cannot be 0. What do you mean by divisor? The number that divides. We say divisor, not divider. Divider is on the street, isn't it? So if the number is equal to 0, then I check and then I print divisor cannot be 0. And the moment I enter 0, whole thing should be stopped. No more checking. Not see, if the number is equal to 0, how can it be greater than 96? Never. If it is not that, then, and again, if it is equal to 0, this division should not also be done. The moment it goes to this part, it will throw an error. If I let the Python to run this code after I have checked the 0, isn't it? So I have to put whole these things inside an else like this. Okay. So this whole thing will come inside else. See this. This is how our code should look like? If number equal to 0, print divisor cannot be 0. Stop it there. Over. If it is not 0, then it will check, is it greater than 96? No, it is not greater than 96. Only then it will go to division process. We should not let the division process start at any input. Okay. We should do proper checking. Only then in the proper sequence we have to do the things. Okay. Okay. So this is how it should work. So let me now test my code, whatever I have written. First I put 0. Divisor cannot be 0. After that nothing happened because this is else. Then I put 34. So here which code is not working? This part is not working because it failed at this condition. So it went to else part. Again this part also failed because number is not greater than 96. Then it went to else part and here it went. Here again which part it went? It went for this part because this part failed and this is modulus num not equal to 0. Isn't it? So you have to understand the data flow. Which steps it is failing, which steps it is passing. Okay. Okay. Fine. Then I put here 2. Now it failed this part. It failed this part. It passed this part. If it passed this part will not work. Isn't it? So this part, and this part didn't get executed. Isn't it? Okay. So this is how we should try to use the if else logic. Yesterday we saw just how if else works, but in real time, this is how you have to do the checking. Okay. Okay. So that's it for this session. But try to complete these assignments. These are all basic. Is a multiple of 3 or not? Again, same logic. Divisible by 3 or not? Positive or not? Less than 0, greater than 0. Like that. All this is 3-digit number or not. Okay. These kind of logics try to solve so that you will get some better idea. Okay. That's it for this session. Okay. See you in the next.